Hello there. This is Nelson Olmsted. Today, let's take a tour to the land of the covered bridge. Our story in a moment after a word from Clint Gruber and Pacific Power.
Welcome once again to Stories of Pacific Powerland, a presentation of Pacific Power and Light, the company that has been serving the electric needs of the region's homes, farms, and industries through more than half a century of progress and growth. Now, here's Nelson with today's chapter from his Pacific Powerland storybook.
It's a land of many rivers, the Willamette Valley in western Oregon. And the pioneer settlers there soon made it a land of many bridges as well. Across rivers with musical names, Sandiam, Kalapuya, Tualatin, Molalla. Across streams with purely practical names, Cow Creek, Canyon Creek, Fall Creek. These early settlers laid great timbers hewn from forest giants. They trussed them with beams and floored them with planks and open roads for the young commerce of the valley to cross. Being practical people, they demanded much of their bridges. Two citizens discussing the subject might have sounded like this. This here's mighty damp country. How long do you figure a bridge like that will last? Oh, I don't know much about this fir timber, but I'd say she'd be good for maybe 8 or 10 years. You know, back east, where I come from, some folks put roofs over the bridges. They claim they'll last twice as long that way. And so, in many cases, early-day bridges were covered with a barn-like roof to protect the timbers and vital joints from decay. The first two covered bridges of record were built in Oregon City in 1851 and 52. But many taxpayers objected to the extra money that was expended for roofing bridges. A citizen of Benton County reacted this way. Now, covering these bridges is expensive poppycock. The people pay an additional $400 to $500 for a roof that will likely wash downstream in the next freshet. Roofed bridges won out in the long run, however. County figures proved that a covered bridge would outlast an open span 3 or 4 to 1. Furthermore, largely due to the talents of two early-day bridge builders, the covered bridges proved to be quite as capable as any structure in resisting Willamette Valley's winter floods. For some 50 years following 1875, the majority of the covered bridges built in western Oregon bore one of two signatures, either built by A.S. Miller or built by L.N. Roney. In 1936, 300 covered bridges were still standing in Oregon. Today, although that number has greatly diminished, Oregon still reigns as the covered bridge capital of the West. What's more, many of these picturesque reminders of the horse and buggy era are being preserved and restored as historical attractions. Listen, for example, to a history-minded citizen of Lynn County who says, Yes, there are 14 covered bridges left in the county today, and we're trying to keep them for posterity. Among them is the newest covered bridge in the West, the Shivenegg Bridge over Thomas Creek, which was dedicated in 1966. Yes, in the Willamette Valley, there are many rivers to cross, and modern motor traffic crosses most of them on spans of smooth concrete. But still the adventuresome traveler may be charmed now and then as he crosses a stream on a neatly roofed wooden bridge, a nostalgic and pleasant reminder of an age gone by.
Thank you, Nelson.